I just got off the phone with a seller who's had their downtown condo on the market for nearly 3 months, and they've already done 4 price drops. They told me they feel like they're the last one still holding on. But here's what nobody is really saying right now. Ottawa's condo correction. It isn't coming, it's already here. And we're entering what I think is the final phase, the most painful one for sellers who are stretched during this boom. My name is Liam Swords. I make videos about living in Ottawa. I'm also a top producing realtor helping people just like you make Ottawa your home. This isn't about the pandemic anymore. It's about fatigue. Sellers are worn out. They've been waiting for the post-rate cut bounce back that still has not shown up. Watching listings pile up and buyers still remain quite curious, but sitting on the sidelines. For months, we've seen the same cycle for sellers testing high prices. Some keep relisting with different agents, and some finally give in, dropping their price just to move on with life. Now that quiet shift is spreading. You can see it right in the listing language. Motivated sellers, price to sell, quick possession available. These are the whispers of surrender. The truth is, it's not front page news. It's happening quietly, one condo at a time. Because while emotions drive decisions, data tells the true story. And right now, the condo numbers in Ottawa right here paint a picture that's hard to ignore. In September, apartment-style condo sales totaled 243 units, down from 278 in August and nearly 300 in July. That's a steady 3-month decline in activity, typically for the fall, but it shows that demand for condos has cooled faster than usual this year. The average condo sale price sat at $408,200, down almost 2% year over year and almost flat month to month. That might not sound dramatic, but for sellers, watching carrying costs rise, mortgages, condo fees, insurance, all of this starts to really sting. Meanwhile, active condo listings has climbed roughly 1,200 units citywide, a level Ottawa hasn't seen consistently since before the pandemic. That's roughly 4.5, almost 5 months of inventory, right on the edge of that balanced market, tilting more towards a buyer's market. Days on market are stretching as well. Ottawa used to sell in 2 weeks. It is now taking 45 to 60 days on average. And when a listing sits past 30 days, sellers are quietly relisting or slashing the price just to get the activity they need to move the property. I'm going to give you an example. I have a property right now just off Lisgar. This particular seller paid close to $350,000 for it. We've been working through the different activity that's happening, collecting feedback from the buyers. On paper, we're priced well, but we're not getting the offer. We've had to slash the price down to $299.9, and now we're getting the activity we need to move this property. So on the surface, it looks calm. Prices appear to be stable, but underneath this, the pressure is building. Buyers are cautious and inventory keeps stacking up and stacking up. Sellers are slowly realizing that waiting for the spring rebound might not save them this time. This isn't a crash. This is a slow rebalancing, and patience is a must. It's forcing sellers to get real about what their condos are actually worth in today's market value, not in the pre-pandemic or pandemic numbers. What is happening right now today? But numbers only tell half the story. The real shift is happening quietly in the conversations I'm having every day with sellers. Owners who expected multiple offers in a weekend are now seeing 30, 60, sometimes 90 days on market. And when the first showing feedback comes back as the buyers chose another unit, it hits hard. These aren't investors flipping blindly. These are everyday condo owners, people who have upgraded, who are downsizing, or moved away for work, and now are feeling trapped between what they want and what the market will actually pay them a fair market value. I had one client recently in Centertown who bought pre-pandemic for $356,000. They relocated to Montreal for work. They needed to sell. So I listed the condo for him at $329,900. Good location, really good condition, but no offers. 3 weeks, nothing was happening. We had showings, but no offers. So we adjusted the price to $314,900. Bit more activity, but still no offers. Feedback was there's so much choice on the market. So 2 more weeks went by and we reduced down to $299,900. That's what it took. Then we got an offer and we sold the property for $295,000. That's the pattern we're seeing across the city. Not panic selling, but sellers being realistic with the current market we're in and doing steady price adjustments to find that buyer. That's what surrender looks like in Ottawa right now. So what does surrender look like in practice? It's condos that used to be listed at $450,000 are now listed at $399,900. It's offer dates disappearing, replaced with offers anytime. It's motivated sellers. It's showing up in MLS descriptions every single week. You'll see it in downtown condos in sort of Centertown, Hintonburg, Little Italy, and even in the Byward market, where competition between nearly identical one-bedrooms has quietly driven prices down a few percentage points, simply because so much supply on the market. You'll also see it in Barrhaven and Orleans, especially in mid-rise buildings, where new construction is adding even more supply to the open market. You'll see it in the attitude shift. Sellers no longer are pricing for what their condo used to be worth, yet pricing based upon data and where the market actually is today. That's surrender, and it is spreading across the Ottawa condo market. If you're thinking about selling a condo right now, this next part is critical, so lean into it. You are not in a frenzy anymore. You are in a balanced market, and strategy matters more than ever. Step 1, price with precision. The best priced condos are still selling, but they're selling in the first 2 to 5 weeks, not in the first 2 to 5 days. Step 2, make it shine. Buyers have options now, so your presentation has to be flawless. Think professional photos, decluttered space, fresh paint, and professional cleaning. Make it smell fresh when these buyers are coming in. Step number 3, expect longer timelines. 45 to 60 days is the new norm. Don't confuse no offers this week with no demand. Step number 4, be realistic. If your goal is to move up or cash out, accept that your condo may not hit your dream number. But if you've built equity over time, you can still walk away ahead and position yourself for the next chapter. Remember, the buyer decides the price. You as a seller decide if you agree with it. Now let's flip the script. Because while sellers are quietly surrendering, this might just be the best moment in years for condo buyers in Ottawa. Here's why. First, you have leverage. With over 1,200 active condo listings right now, more than 4 months of inventory, buyers finally have choice. You're not competing with 10 offers and having it to come in unconditional. You have time to do your due diligence. Second, motivation. We're seeing price reductions. We're seeing flexible closing dates and sellers willing to cover closing costs and including parking and storage just to get a deal done at same prices as condos without parking. I sold one recently that the parking typically would cost $45,000 if you bought brand new off this builder. We sold the unit including the parking at the same price that another unit 1 floor below had without parking. We weren't giving it away, but that is what we needed to do to get the deal done. Third, timing. Bank of Canada has already signaled it's near the end of its rate cut cycle heading into 2026. That means affordability could improve next year and today's prices might actually be the low point before demand builds. See, I get asked all the time, have we hit the top? Have we hit the bottom? You do not know if the market hits the top until it starts to come down, and we don't know if it hit the bottom until it starts to come up. You just never know. So my advice to you is think long and hard about the current market we're in, and if you're a buyer, it's time to get off the fence. So what should you do as a buyer? Step 1, get pre-approved. Be ready. Even a small rate dip could increase the competition extremely fast. If you're ready before the crowd, you'll negotiate from a position of strength. Step 2, shop smart. Target listings that have been sitting on the market for 45 days plus. These sellers will definitely have fatigue and they want to get real and do a deal. Step number 3, focus on fundamentals. Don't chase the cheapest price. Chase the best run building. Look for strong reserve funds, updated mechanical systems, and no looming special assessments. Step number 4, plan your horizon. If you're buying for the right reasons and plan to stay for 3 to 5 years, you don't need to time the market. You just need to buy right. Right now, Ottawa's condo market is one of the few in Canada's major cities where you can negotiate, inspect, and take your time. That's a rare combination, and it will not last forever. So here's where Ottawa's condo market stands heading into winter. 243 condo sales in September, trending lower. Average price, $408,000, down almost 2% year over year, and over 1,200 active listings, roughly 4.5 months of inventory. Days on market averaging 45 to 60 days. More price cuts, more motivated sellers, and more opportunities for buyers. This is what a quiet rebalancing looks like. Not a crash, but a correction driven by fatigue, patience, and opportunity. For sellers, it's time to adapt. For buyers, it's time to act. Because when the market feels boring, that's usually when the best deals are to be had. If you're thinking about selling your condo, this is not the time to panic. It's the time to pivot and be proactive. If you're thinking about buying one, this is your window. More selection, motivated sellers, and less competition than you've seen in years. Reach out. I'll walk you through the numbers, neighborhood data, and help you figure out where your best value really is in Ottawa condo market today. And if you found this video helpful, check out my next video right here, where I dive deeper into how the condo slowdown is shaking up Ottawa's housing market. Be sure to check it out.